USA, USA, USA.
Where's your USA jersey?
I'm too cheap to buy one.
And then they have this new commercial of Megan Rapinoe.
Nah, she looks dope as hell. She looks cool.
You gotta see it. It's a minute long. It's the best minute of your life. I can't stop singing the song. Megan Rapinoe.
USA, 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 USA. This is the only time I'm patriotic about the USA. But
When the World Cup's around,
when the World Cup's around, it's a time to be a USA. Everything red, blue, and white. I got a tattoo right now. I'm joking.
where's
but
your USA jersey?
I'm too cheap to buy one. I definitely need a cop one though.
I got cop one too. I don't have one either.
Well, who would you get one of?
I don't do people's names on my jersey.
You're gonna put yourself, bro?
I put myself on it. Number 3 knee every single
Oh,
time.
I thought you were gonna go Gutierrez, like the most Hispanic name on a USA jersey. I'm hyped about this World Cup.
I am
I know we're
hyped.
gonna get into NYCFC, but to talk about a little bit of World Cup action, it's exciting.
It's super exciting. Also, I think Nike has done like a fantastic job advertising for this. I was looking up some stuff, and first in France, they had this ad where it looks like it's men's soccer players playing.
I saw
And
that.
then they changed their faces, and it's actually the women's team playing. And it just shows like, first of all, I like how petty that is. People be like, "Oh, they're not as good," and then they
like
show that
yeah,
skill.
like you're watching the commercial, like, yo, look at Mbappe killing it, and then
Exactly.
it goes and it shows the women's actually were the ones they used CGI to show that the women were actually playing those games,
Yeah,
and it was dope.
that was so dope. And then they have this new commercial of Megan Rapinoe where it's like a 90s song being played from like if you're watching an X-Men cartoon in the 90s.
And yeah, like an anime.
Oh my god, such
She
a
looks
fuego
fire.
ad.
We put it up right now. She looks dope as hell. She looks cool.
You gotta see it. It's a minute long. It's the best minute of your life. I can't stop singing the song. Megan Rapinoe.
I'm hyped, man. It's
And-
gonna be fun. The only thing is, I wake up today's Thursday. I wake up today. 2 games already happened. This schedule is gonna be brutal,
I know,
bro.
3 in the morning
I
games
used,
is
I
insane.
used to love the World Cup because it would be in the middle of a work day. You're like working, but you're not really working. If my job's hearing this, I was working. What are you talking about? But this schedule is gonna be tough. It's gonna be like early mornings, late nights.
Well, we gotta do some parties to stay up, man.
I'm
Some
down.
late
Maybe
night
watch parties.
Ooh, some 3 o'clock in the morning watch parties. That'll be fun.
That'll be a nightmare.
And we get a bar that's still open.
Let's look at the schedule. Quick look at the schedule. Tomorrow they play at 9 p.m. against Vietnam. We better destroy them. I don't know how favorite we are, but
Probably a lot, if I had to guess.
but the Netherlands I hear are nasty, which we play next.
I
That's gonna
do.
be the team to look out for. And then we play Portugal. I think Portugal is pretty
I
decent.
think
too.
what I've heard is we've dominated 4 years in a row, but Megan Rapinoe's retiring this year, and they made this super cool ad. So like, can they win it 5th time in a row?
Third time.
Sorry, 3rd time in a row. My bad. And
Never been done.
never
History.
Been, that would be history.
Plus, did you see they're making a Netflix documentary about their journey in this World Cup? So
Ooh.
imagine a perfect ending. You get to see them lift the trophy, season finale. That is sexy, bro.
Better than Wrexham. But yes, I hope they win it, man.
By the way, Wrexham played in the U.S. not too long ago.
Did you see that?
They got whooped by Chelsea, was it? It was someone
I
other.
don't
There was
know,
an
man.
English premiere. No, I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either. It was crazy how many people showed up to that game, though.
Yeah,
Crazy.
It was a lot of people.
Come watch some MLS, guys.
Talking about MLS. All right, is it too early to get an MLS All-Star game? I might be all over the place. I didn't look at what you did for the rundown.
We'll
But
get
we're
to the NYCFC game, but if you think about it, it was not a great game. So we're trying to not talk about as much NYCFC as we do. So yeah, let's talk about the All-Star game. I don't know if you guys know this, but the All-Star game is to show off our all-stars. And I don't think they got the memo.
Dude, we
'Cause
lost.
we look like we look like we were Wrexham.
We really do, bro. It looked bad. We lost 5-0. It was embarrassing, bro.
No, can someone explain to me, because I think I missed the memo, why Wayne Rooney was coaching the team?
Okay, I will explain this to you.
Because the DC United is terrible in the standings.
And no, it's not about that. The host team, which is it was played in DC, gets the head coach, and I think he gets to choose one player of his starting or of his liking or something like that.
Okay.
So he was the host state, so he was the host coach.
Gotcha. Let's change that rule too, because Wayne Rooney is not a good coach. He has not been a good coach in any year that he's coached.
He's at a bad DC team though.
I don't know about that. So that was also a bad
but
idea.
This was not a coaching issue.
I don't think
there is no coaching. There's no real. Somebody actually asked Wayne Rooney, like, "Oh, what could you learn from this game as a coach after this 5-0 thrashing from Arsenal?" He's like, "Absolutely nothing."
I heard Wayne Rooney went ham on everybody. He got mad at Apple TV because they like needed one of the seats and wanted to give it to one of his staff members. He got mad because they had to practice like in a public place, like they couldn't practice in the stadium.
Oh, the All-Star? Well, they I know they had some like shoot arounds in front of the White House, which I thought was actually cool.
That's also where they had to practice, is my understanding. The most bootleg. They had to rent a park like the rest of us.
Arsenal was practicing in their facility. You know they get that star treatment. Talking about Arsenal, that stadium was packed with Arsenal fans.
It was like they would have played. They would have gone. I don't think anyone even knew there was an MLS All-Star game. They just came there to see Arsenal, man.
Dude, I'm curious on how many of those fans are actually DC United fans as well. And I bet it's going to be a very low number.
Yeah.
Which is so frustrating because
really
if you love the game of soccer, at least go to a DC United game. I mean, granted, I don't know what the numbers were, but it just feels like those people weren't really there or aren't there for DC United games.
Yeah. Yeah, let's not do that again. Let's not do that.
Okay,
or let's play Wrexham. Then we would have looked like All-Stars, maybe.
Yeah, you don't want that. Oh, bro, you look like an All-Star to a 4th league division team from English Premier League.
Yeah, but at least, first of all, you have a lot of US people who seem to like Wrexham. And they go, oh, maybe this, people who don't know, the layman who doesn't know anything about soccer goes, Wrexham is going up to the Premier League. That's the dream, right? Wrexham makes it to the Premier League. Trick them.
No, this is horrible. Oh, so are you saying? I mean, there's been a lot of talk about this. For All-Star games, should they ever play these English Premier League teams again for the events like this? I heard, like, I think it was since 2018 they haven't even scored a goal against a European team when the MLS All-Stars play them.
No, I think it's not a good idea. I mean, really, we're supposed to be there to celebrate our All-Stars, and there was no celebrations yesterday. So I think it's not the best image.
One thing people were suggesting, which it's not a bad idea, 7-on-7s, like a little street type of game, like nothing like crazy, super formal, because Arsenal wasn't playing, bro. They didn't come out there for an All-Star game. They were like, this is a preseason match. I need to be ready for the regular season. I lost the Premier League title last year. I'm not playing. So they weren't playing. So and also it's not an excuse for the MLS All-Stars, but they have never played with each other really. They haven't played for this coach. So they've been practicing 4 days out of this week, and that was their full practice. Like these guys have been together. Arsenal has been together for years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're performing very well under this head coach.
And I can't believe I'm going to use this, but they're also probably a little bit more rested. They've been chilling for like 2 months before the league ended.
Bro, you're always like, you're 18. You don't need any rest. So all our All-Stars. Yeah, let's end that though.
Yeah, the one thing that was embarrassing, honestly. That's not good. Especially the thing that kills me too is that we just got Messi. So like more people are watching MLS than ever before probably. Go, oh, this Messi just joined last week. Let me watch the All-Star game, see what the cool talent is. And we lose 5-0, man. It's embarrassing.
You know what I was thinking though? Does Apple TV care? If you're an Arsenal fan, did you pay for an Apple TV subscription to watch this game? You know what? I started thinking like that. Oh, okay. I get to see Arsenal play. I get to see their new signings. I'm gonna go pay for this stupid Apple TV subscription. Now they're locked in. You know they got that free trial that they're never gonna end. That's how they hook them. Boom, he's in. I got Arsenal. But it's been a huge week for MLS.
It really has
Like
been.
huge. You got Lionel Messi. You got Arsenal. It's just been crazy. Now
I
you got
know.
Leagues Cup coming up. Like
I
this is
know.
the biggest week I think I can remember of MLS. Granted, we've only been fans of the league for like 4 or 5 years, but
Mhm.
it's insane. This was like a great week.
Yeah, and it feels like things are moving so fast that MLS has got to do a good job at keeping up with the pace. You know what I mean?
Oh,
delivering
dude.
quality
Production.
content. Yes, or production.
Dude, did you see the Messi announcement? Oh my, it was a nightmare, bro.
I heard it was raining a lot. I didn't actually.
So
see-
it was raining. Okay, fine. It's raining. I get it. It's going to be hard to produce something and have a clean production while it's raining. A lot of things going on. Bro, you couldn't hear Messi. You couldn't hear half the broadcast. It was terrible. Messi was talking, and then you had like an English guy like talking over him so that you could understand what he's saying. But it was terrible. It was like the worst production value you could have. And you don't want that. This was your shiny moment. You got the best player in the world and you could have capitalized and made it perfect. Well, where was our performers? I want to see the concert.
There was a concert, wasn't there?
I don't think they actually broadcast the concert, which was a
gotcha.
letdown too. Granted, I tuned in a little late, so maybe they did, but yeah, it was a bad production.
Am I the only person who doesn't like this? I didn't even like the reason I didn't watch it was I thought it was kind of dumb in the first place. I'm like, it felt cringy, like the LeBron James situation when he came to Miami. I don't know why Miami just celebrates players coming to play in their city.
Seriously, now that I think about it, it is a Miami thing. I think it's something to be celebrated. I think what Cristiano Ronaldo, when he went to the Saudi Arabia League, they made this huge thing for him too.
Did they?
Yeah, that was huge. He packed the stadium basically, and it was like the announcement. I think when you have somebody of this caliber, this big of a player, you need to celebrate it. Like this is a changing moment for your league.
Yeah, I just feel like you could celebrate it at the first game that he's playing, or celebrate it to pack a stadium on a Sunday just to be like he's playing here, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm happy to be here," and then it's over. It seems a little crazy to me. I don't know. I thought it was a little weird.
I was fine with it, but
he seems to like it. He seems happy. He seems like he's ready to play.
I don't know. The guy was trying to shop at a Publix or I don't know.
That's a Southern supermarket.
Yeah, the Southern supermarket, and they were all over him, bro. He ran to his car and made his wife pay for the thing.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So, like,
I saw the picture, but
it's gonna be crazy, man. Like I feel bad. Like he's not gonna go anywhere.
I'm sure that was happy. Yeah, I'm sure this is probably the place where he has the least amount of people following him.
Yeah,
Right,
if it is gonna be, yeah. But Messi has a different effect. It's like he transcends even if you don't like soccer in the US, you still know who Messi is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I don't know.
How did we get into this conversation? Because we talking about the All-Star game. Don't do that again.
Yeah,
Yes.
All-Star game. All right, where are we going next?
Well, talking about messes, the Philly game.
The Philly game. I had so much hope going in this.
Did you? I mean, I predicted a draw. I think
I predicted a 2-1 victory.
You're
That's always what we
insane.
were on the Philadelphia Union podcast. If you guys didn't see that, a Duke by the River.
Yes.
You
were hilarious on that. Go check it out.
Nah, I'm not like him, bro. Nah, we weren't that funny. It was okay. Check it out if you want.
But where was I going with that? The podcast, not the podcast.
The team was trash.
Philly is one of the top leagues in the
top
teams in the league. They had Blake back.
Yeah, Andre Blake.
We didn't have Jimmy Sands. We haven't had a striker all year. Did I expect us to play well? No, but I think the storyline to this that I think is everyone's thing. There's two parts of it. One was that second goal that we gave up, which was really tough, and we'll talk about it. That we lost the game 2-1, but also I didn't understand the roster that was chosen for this game. We have it up here on YouTube.
All right. So let's look at the roster. Okay. So let's go line by line. Barraza, Chanot, Morales, Santi Rodriguez, Pellegrini, Ledesma, O'Toole, Gray, Elenic, Keaton, and Hack.
Yes.
When you saw this lineup, you said, I didn't understand the lineup. What was your initial thought?
Two big things. One, GP has hands down been our best player this entire season.
Yeah.
Is the only finishing quality on this team. We had a week off. It wasn't a Wednesday game.
Yeah.
Why is GP not in the starting lineup?
Baffles me too. It doesn't make sense unless he was a little banged up and we weren't told that.
We weren't told this. GP, and it feels like GP seems to get replaced a lot. I understand that Pellegrini, I don't think Pellegrini's a bad player. He played bad this game, but I don't understand how that's your first thought is if I need to play PG, or did I say PG? If I need to play Pellegrini, why the person that you think is the right person to take out is GP. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I think the second thing, which we could talk about, unless we have to want to say something else, but GP is that Talles Magno wasn't in the lineup at all. He wasn't even dressed for the game. He wasn't a sub. And that same day, there were rumors about him potentially going to Palmeiras.
That's kind of insane.
Yes.
And so if this is not, and he wasn't on the injury report.
He was not on the injury report.
That's a whole nother conspiracy that there might be some legitimacy
and
to.
The problem is, well, according to NYCFC source, he asked, and that wasn't true at all. But I don't know how not true it was.
So wait, source said he asked Cushing?
He said he asked someone.
Oh, okay.
We don't know who the source was for source, but he said that he's not going to Palmeiras.
Wait, but wasn't there a post-game question about this as well?
So Cushing was in a really bad mood, and I'm a little bitch. So I didn't ask the real tough question, but someone said, where's Talles Magno? Like he wasn't there. And pretty much Cushing's answer was, I chose the lineup that I thought was best against Philadelphia, and that's my responsibility, and that's who I chose. And someone kind of tried to press on it again, and his answer was the same. Like I chose who I thought was the best people for the squad. So no one asked like about the rumor. They just asked why wasn't Magno out there and why didn't GP start? And it was the same answer. Like I chose the best lineup. He was pissed though, so that was very hard. Or maybe someone braver than me should have asked, but it was scary to put that on.
But so do you think it's deeper than that? Do you think Magno has fallen like grace with the whole team that he wouldn't even want him on the bench? Because the interesting thing is if we look at the League's Cup roster, Talles Magno's on that. So I don't know if these rumors just happened before or like before they submitted the rosters. I know they just submitted the rosters maybe 3 days ago, right?
No, they submitted the rosters July 11th, actually,
okay.
Which is the day Burke Risa signed. So that's why he wasn't on the roster, Burke Risa, but we'll talk about that when we get there. But I don't know. To me, it sounds like it's not just an injury. I think he would have been a sub. I think there's something else going on. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. He should have been a sub. Like, what's the danger of putting him as a sub? You don't have to put him in the game, but like just to not have him as a sub is a little strange.
There's definitely some type of message being sent. I don't know what that message is, but there's definitely something going on. What I wanted to ask, but I just wasn't brave enough was that the last time was that we've seen Talles Magno and NYCFC
I mean, you would have got a generic answer. We've asked that for Castellanos, and we got nothing.
That's true. I think he was already in Girona, and he was like, I don't know.
Yeah, you would have got nothing. I mean, hopefully it's nothing. I granted, Talles Magno has not been playing well, but I don't know.
And this is the question. If he leaves tomorrow for a bag of potato chips, do you care? Do you care?
Yes, because I think Talles Magno is still a good sub player. Like to sub in. I know there's times where he's
taking a DP slot. Just want to throw that out there.
Very true, actually. All right, well, you put it that way. It's tough. I don't know. I know he's fallen off the grace of many fans, and to me, he's also fallen off because he just doesn't hustle. The one like key thing is like he doesn't hustle. You feel like he's not all the way in it, but he's still got talent. It doesn't take away from his raw talent, even though he's not a striker. We know that at this point.
What I'm hoping is with Munsef joining the team, or Munsef, I'm sorry, I have no idea how to pronounce that correctly. Talles. So the big thing with Talles is that like when he's on the left, he would get double teamed like every single time, right?
Yeah.
And it's even easier to double or triple team him when you have no striker.
Yeah.
So if you have a real striker that's a real vertical threat, then you can't double team Talish. And then maybe we could see the Talish of old. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I'm hoping for. If we don't, so would I be heartbroken if Talish left? No, but I would be disappointed because I do believe Talish is a good player. I think he just hasn't had the opportunity to succeed here.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think he could succeed if he was like in a good position. So I'm kind of hoping maybe sort of that he stays around and that with this striker we see him flourish again. But at the same time, you know, if you give up the spot and it's because you want to sign someone else which you think might have more potential, be open to that too. You know what I mean? And who came in this game for Ledesma was Jason. Jason actually played really well.
So Jason, well, do we want to go by goal or we're good to move forward? Because you say we will go all over the place.
Oh, wait, go by goal. You said go by goal. I don't know what that means.
Jason scored a goal.
Oh, Jason did score a goal. Okay.
What are you talking? But do you want to talk about the Philadelphia Union goal first before we get into Jason's goal?
Yes. Let's do that. Let's go by order.
Okay. Philadelphia Union first half. What minute was it? It was early.
It's on that stat line that we have here. First half, 23rd minute, Jose Martinez scores a goal.
Second goal of the season.
Of course, it's against us. But how does that happen? First, we're in our final third.
Yes.
The ball's passed to Santi.
Santi then tries to get it, I believe, to a running Ledesma.
Yeah. There was no gap for that pass. I don't know what Santi was thinking.
Granted, Ledesma kind of ran to the right. Maybe should have ran more to the inner, but whatever.
Bad pass. It's transition back. They have the counter. We got Gray flying back. We got Hack, Lala Gazoline heading back, and we got Chanot heading back. And
Chanot steps up to, I forget who's the attacker on the right, but he steps up to him. Gray steps up to the guy in the middle of the sorry, what am I trying to say? The goalpost, near the goalpost. And Hack is there right in between two guys doing nothing, basically.
Yeah.
Then, so Gray pushes into the middle, and then the guy behind them, which is
Jose Martinez,
then scores because he has an open lane to shoot the ball in.
Yes. Which I think there's a couple people to blame here. I mean, Hack, number one, I think if he would have headed, Chanot had that guy, right? Head to the box, give Gray some ability to move around because Micha, I don't know where Micha was. The problem is it was on TV. You can't see the whole pitch. So I didn't understand why Micha wasn't following Jose Martinez. That really should have been his guy. So I blame a little bit of Jose Martinez, but at the same time, you had Gray 2-on-1. He couldn't do anything. So I think Hack should have hustled a little bit further back, stayed on the dude who came to the middle, and then Gray could have stayed with Jose Martinez. I also didn't love where Barraza was standing. Like, the shot was definitely going to that corner.
Yeah, why not push forward and try to catch it?
Well, the reason you don't want to push because he tried that the second goal, and that was terrible.
And yes, so let's get into the second goal.
So second goal, I don't know what minute.
It was like the 81st minute.
81st minute. I don't know if that's right, but okay. Yeah, and what happens there? It was terrible. The ball is in our box, and Gray has it, but Barraza's coming for it. So Gray has two options. It was like either kick it out of bounds for a corner, or let Barraza come get it. He let Barraza come get it because Barraza was coming for it, and Barraza, I don't know where the hell he was trying to get a ball from, but he completely missed it and left the goal right up.
No, I'm going to put this one on Gray.
I mean,
it was a half decision. Like, Barraza didn't know if he was going to kick it out of bounds. Gray didn't know if Barraza was going to have enough time to get it. At that point, be safe. Kick that out of bounds. Get the corner. Call it. It was way too close to dictate, is Barraza going to have enough time to get this ball? At that point, you gotta just kick it away, and Gray should have kicked that away. You gotta be conservative at that point. Kick it away, and let's call it. We still had a shot, 1-0. There's still 10 minutes in the game, 9 minutes in the game.
That's true.
Plus extra.
That's true. And I think Corey Clayton on Twitter has a board of how many good games we've gone without giving up a set piece. And I think it's been like 13 games.
So it's still happening.
So we could have given up the.
Though.
Oh, he goes by halves.
Yeah.
So it's 14 halves. I'll take that. I'm saying is we probably had a pretty good chance of stopping the corner.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. Gray messed up. I don't blame the first goal on Gray. I don't know what Gray could have done, right? He had to defend somebody and he chose a person and it wasn't the right person.
Yeah.
But he was by himself. But that second one.
Yeah, that's
that
a
was on Gray, man.
sloppy one, man. And then let's just get into it. Andre Jason. All set up by Gabriel Pereira. Yo, that guy's a stud, bro. And he came in like the 81st minute after that goal.
Yes.
Which just boggles my mind. Why did you wait until the 81st minute to sub in Pereira? And we saw how dangerous he was the instant he jumped in the game.
Exactly. And that's what even makes the loss even more frustrating. Because what could have happened if we had GP in for the rest of the game? You know what I mean? It completely changes the way we play. Not GP, I'm sorry, I keep confusing them. Pellegrini was non-existent. Even like on the 60th minute or after the half, make the change. Pellegrini's not working.
Yeah.
I like to defend Cushing, but in this situation, I thought the substitutions and the roster changes were terrible.
You like to defend Cushing. Let's dig deeper into that. What is it about Cushing that you love, buddy?
That's too many episodes talking about Cushing. But last thing too, I would have started Matt Freese.
You
always want to play.
You've been defending Barraza all season long, and then you would have started Matt Freese.
I love Barraza, but you always play the opponents like the X on the team, man. You always want to show off in front of the X. Whether it's your personal lives, you post that story that you know your X is going to look at because you're on vacation and they want to know who you with. And you only post the good ones because usually you post the funny ones, but you don't post the good ones when you just broke up. You post the thirst traps.
Word.
And Freeze had thirst traps ready. And that Barras is the guy who made the mistake. And it breaks my heart. I don't know. I'm sorry, Cushion, but that was terrible coaching this game. Although I thought played better. I think that's the most frustrating part too. Is I thought like game plan wise, possession wise, I thought we played well ish, and we lose, and it's just so annoying, man. And there goes our undefeated streak.
But let's give kudos to Jason. Second homegrown players. Now this shit is a floodgate now.
It's the only people who score now.
So look, now we had Hack, Columbus Crew, Jason, Philadelphia Union, Minnesota. Or we could go Atlas right now. Tavon Gray joins the crew. All the homegrown players. And then all we have is Jimmy Sands to score. I want to see these guys all score now. I'm getting hype. It's a floodgate. If that's going to be the only thing that we can speak about this season, let's make it all our homegrown players score. And we're like, all right, at least we had that for the season.
The bar for success just keeps getting lower and lower after each game.
But on a serious note, it's really unacceptable. Like, let's really think about this. Philadelphia Union played on Wednesday.
That's true.
They had tired legs. Their main attacker who dominates us every time he plays us, Carranza, wasn't in the game because of a red card in his previous game. This was the moment to steal a game at Philadelphia at Subaru Park. And we didn't do it. And we came out flat.
I know.
Like, this is the frustrating part. You had the moment to a team that's top of the East. Like, this was your chance to steal a game at Subaru Park against a team who had tired legs. Andre Blake just came from a Gold Cup. Like, this was your moment, and you failed. You failed.
Yeah.
We can't keep letting this happen. And let's get into the playoffs. Let's talk about this now, because now everybody's like 9 teams in the East. Everybody's going in the. Look at us. It is sad right now. We are going to be one of those teams who are not in it. We're going to be with Messi playing golf early. So there was a stat that was brought up by the Hudson River Blue. I think Corey actually might have done the article as well. Corey Clayton.
Mm-hmm.
That said, basically, we need to win 7 of our last 10 games.
And we did ask, or someone asked. Cushing asked. Someone asked
Michael
Cushing
from Blue City Radio.
Ask, do you think we're going to make it to the playoffs? Of course, we got a generic-ass answer. We expect to win every game, so we'll make it to the playoffs.
Well, he says we need to play better. What? That's it. There's no more I need to play better. This is the moment. You have to be at your best right now. Yes. Keep going. I'm fired up.
I can tell, and I'm excited. It's going to be a good pod. But yeah, man. So according to Corey Clayton or whoever wrote the Hudson River Blue article, we need to win 7 of the last 10 games to make it to the playoffs, because on average, the amount of teams that make it in 8th or 9th place, I think was about 42 points. And that is pretty much how far we are from making that happen, which gives us a 20% chance of making it to the playoffs.
That's sad.
Not good.
That
Not
is scary.
Oh, but the only positive, because you know me, I'm always looking for positives. A lot of games are at home.
That's what I was going to say. So I'm pulling up the schedule now to go over it. So if we look at this, okay, we have our Leagues Cup game. Then we play at Minnesota at home.
Mm-hmm.
We play at Cincinnati. That's okay. Let's grant it. Can we take this as a win? I don't know where Minnesota's in the standings.
It really depends on how we do the Leagues
Minnesota is 7, 8, and 7. So they're not a great team either.
So potentially, let's say
we get a W here. So that's one game, right?
Yes.
Cincinnati, we lose.
Yes.
Montreal, we beat them at their house.
We should win at home.
Okay, let's go 2. So we got 2 wins so far. Vancouver, where does Vancouver stand? Let's see this.
I think it's going to be a win against Vancouver. We're at home. I know in the past we have not won, but we have a striker. I'm really hoping New York City becomes the fortress that it typically is.
Okay,
and we better not lose that Red Bulls game.
Okay, so then what? We're at 2 wins. No, we're at 3 wins,
right? 3
now.
Wins.
Then we play the Red Bulls. Let's just say though, no,
we're not gonna say that we're gonna lose against the Red Bulls. I'll take another loss somewhere else.
Okay. 4 wins, Red Bulls. Okay. Orlando City, yeah, screw up those guys. 5. Toronto.
I think that's a 6.
Sean Johnson. Oh, I'm actually excited about that.
And they're terrible.
Okay, 6.
Inter Miami lost.
Messi kills us. DC United at their place. Did you see these last couple games could get real interesting?
And the Chicago Fire too. That's a tough one too. So I agree. Yeah, it's gonna come to the wire, man.
That's what I'm saying.
It really is, and that's us giving wins, saying that historically we do well, but at home, but we never know with this.
And when we look at Chicago Fire, they're pretty much right there at the 9 spot. DC's right there at that 9 spot. Like those games are going to be pivotal because those could swing. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like if we're in a close playoff run, it could swing us to being in the playoff versus them in the playoffs. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's just going to be crazy, man.
It is going to be crazy. So, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough.
But and I don't want to sound pessimistic, but this team just doesn't show that they can win these games. And okay, this is that home stretch we've needed so badly. We can't have any more excuses. Like, I don't care if you made 20 shots and 20 of them were on target. If you didn't score a goal, it was a bad game.
It was.
Like, that's it. Like, there's no more excuses. We need to win.
I legitimately believe that every single game has now become a must-win game. It really has.
That gets into an interesting conversation because everybody there's always this thing. If it's a must-win game, you have to win. Technically, you do not have to win 3 of these games. Now, we get to the point we lose the next 3. Every game's a must-win.
But also, Inter Miami is behind us.
Yeah,
Inter Miami is gonna I'm happy Messi's here too. But Inter Miami might be the reason we don't make the playoffs.
Bro, they have 18 points. There's no way I think they make the playoffs.
You think Inter Miami's gonna lose a game? Bro, they signed every European player over 35 years old that won a trophy. It's insane. You know what I think is so funny though on that note is that Miami was the same team that got in trouble for having a DP spot used on Pellegrini. Ex-superstar.
Is that why they got that whole issue?
They had 4 DPs.
Oh, okay,
one of them was Pellegrini.
I got it.
And now every day they are signing a new European.
Dude, there's some shady stuff going on with that.
It's insane. Someone just asked today, I forgot her name. She's very active on the NYCFC Twitter community. There's a rule on how many international players you can have. Bro, They have like they have an entire roster of international players. I think we're legitimately going to reach out to MLS and try to figure out the roster rules because this stuff is insane, bro.
There's gonna be a breakdown, and there's gonna be a rule break, a rule bend, or a rule change. So that says, you see, it was fine. We changed the rule, but it's gonna be in the middle of a season, which doesn't make any sense, or something along those lines, because it just literally doesn't make any sense.
But it's just so funny that the team that got fined for it, the team that got hit the hardest for it, is the team that is doing it again.
Yeah, crazy.
Break the rules until you get in trouble.
What else do we got? Anything else about this game? No. Well, I don't even know if we're talking about this game. Yeah, I got into the playoffs. I'm just fired up because we need to win a damn game.
I think we don't have to talk about Philly anymore. It is what it is. We've moved on. Actually, we moved on quite a bit. I guess the last thing NYCFC related. Well, actually, no, we're talking about Leagues Cup.
Well, this whole show is NYCFC related. I hope we still, guys. It's only 36 minutes in. I swear we're gonna keep talking. Anything else for NYCFC? I think I'm gonna stop talking about NYCFC for the last 20 minutes of this podcast.
Tell you my secret chili recipe. But Burke Risa. We're signed Burke Risa.
Okay, so let's talk about what do we know about this guy?
We know what NYCFC media has told us about him. I'm gonna read this because I'm not quick enough to skim this and make it sound like it's coming out of my own mouth. Norwegian, 95 appearances for Molde scoring and has 3 goals, providing 6 assists as a defender. That's pretty good.
That's pretty okay.
We got Europa League.
We got Callens back. You know, Callens thought he was a striker, bro.
That's true. It says here he rose through the ranks of Germany FC's Cologne youth system.
Oh, we're
definitely saying that wrong.
No, we're definitely reading their presser though. He rose to the ranks. He is unstoppable.
And he eventually made his debut for that club in 2017. We also can't read and talk at the same time. Risa returned home, made 84 appearances for Nordic side Odds BK, tallying 10 assists with 5 goals. This man scoring, doing assists and goals.
If we get some defenders to score, we'll take it, man. We have nobody else scoring. Might as well have a defender score.
My thing is what happened? How does this play? All right, so I think he has a 2.5-year contract. I think is my understanding of the situation because I should have taken that and I didn't. So he plays left center back, which I hear, big thing is we don't have someone who's like left-footed. So we have Thiago Martins and Chanot. Are we going to go 3 in the back? Thiago Martins, Chanot, Martins? Does that mean Gray's out of the lineup? After last game, I'm okay with that. No, but I love Gray actually because he's from the Bronx. So
Hack though then gets out the lineup too if we have 3 in the back, and then we have our wingers. So you're gonna get rid of Hack and you're gonna get rid of Gray, and then you have Thiago Martins, Chanot, and Risa.
Yeah. Although I've heard Cushing said this, I don't know how much it's true because it's hard to believe anything Cushing says, but that he prefers to play 4 in the back. And when I say 4, I mean you put, you got Kufre and you got Gray or Micha playing in the back. So if that's 4 in the back that way, then you don't have space for Martin, Chanot,
this might be more of a depth sign. I mean, we'll see. It depends if he's really going to take over if let's say you're saying what you're saying is true, that he'd rather have the wingers on the back basically, then it's more of a depth thing, right? He comes in at half, Thiago Martins is tired or Chanot's tired.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's for Chanot. I'm wondering if first of all, Chanot has been playing so
many minutes though too.
Yeah, tons of minutes.
He's been the one to step it up ever since Thiago Martin's been gone.
That is true, but he's made the greatest
out of those minutes
tackles. Yes, I like every time Chanot is out there and something bad's gonna happen. Chanot comes in so clutch. I saw this on Twitter today, and I completely agree. Chanot should remain captain for the rest of the season. That man holds down the fort. He's the vocal leader.
I agree.
I think Chanot should have never lost that captain.
Yeah, I expressed that. Well, I don't think he ever had it. He never had it in the first place. Sands always had it. Well, he had it like in the preseason.
He had it last year, though.
No, he didn't have it. Max, no. Yes. Who had it last year? No, we didn't. Castellanos, didn't he have it?
No, Tati never had that.
Oh, so Chanot had it back?
Yes. Chanot.
Well, yeah. Well, I agree. I think he's our vocal leader. He should have it.
He's just been so amazing for this team.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I don't want him to lose his job because of his age. For Burke Risa. That's the only thing that concerns me, but I think it's a
How
great
old is
signing.
Burke Risa, by the way?
Young. I don't
Like
know.
22 is probably.
Something like that. Something like that. Young dude.
All right. Well, we'll see if this guy has any action, but
we still need a striker, homie. Get Neymar, please.
but he's not going to see any action anytime soon because we are playing in Leagues Cup and he has not been announced on the roster yet.
I did hear it's because it was the same day, so maybe they're going to squeeze him in anyways. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see.
No, can you just squeeze him in? Like, how does that work?
Bro, these rules are being made up on the spot. Leagues Cup
we're
was
playing the
made-
messy rules, I say. The rules don't matter anymore. Got it.
The Leagues Cup is 1 day old. It's not even 1 day old yet. They haven't played their first game. It's 0 days old. You can change the rules as much as you want.
All right. Leagues Cup presented by Coors Light, baby.
So, for people who don't know what Leagues Cup is,
Give them the
because it
breakdown.
hasn't been made, it is
All the teams from Major League Soccer, right?
all of them.
And all the teams from Liga MX.
Yes.
They're going to play this month.
Yes.
This starting Friday.
30 days. No MLS. Only Leagues Cup.
No,
The
well, no
championship is
MLS
August
league
19th.
games.
There's that means no MLS.
Yeah, but like there is MLS teams.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So there are no MLS games, Leagues Cup games. Championship is August 19th. There is first a group stage. NYCFC is in a group with Toronto and Atlas. And then after the group stage, you have knockout elimination.
I like it. I love those. I love group stages that end up going into a knockout elimination. They're fun, bro.
Yeah,
They're
I
exciting.
agree. None of the games are being played in Mexico. Oh no, they are playing. I thought all the games are being played, throughout US and Canada.
US, Mexico, and Canada.
I don't see that. It says here features 77 games hosted at stadiums throughout US and Canada, and final taking place on August.
Oh, I guess who's participating is the Mexicans. So
So
got
that's
it.
interesting. I don't know why they did that.
That is interesting.
But yeah. So the question is, NYCFC's been terrible, but we're in a group stage of Atlas, who I believe I looked it up. I think I might have a picture, finished 9th in their league this year. So Atlas, 9th in their league, not a super strong team.
Well, I don't think this isn't done yet, right?
No,
They're-
it
they're
is.
Still
It
in the-
is. They already started their new season, or they're doing friendlies for this last year.
Oh,
2023.
okay, got it.
So they finished 9th in the season.
I heard they're an improved team though. According to Cushing, this is what Cushing said. He said, "Yeah, we beat them last year, but they've become more of an improved team since then."
9th place is still 9th place, though, homie. I
Okay.
ain't that approved. And we got Toronto.
Oh, another
Terrible team, though.
Sean Johnson matchup again, though.
Exactly.
We're seeing Sean Johnson 3 times this season.
I know. I wanted every time we saw Sean Johnson for him to be like, man, I made the wrong move. But we're so bad. But he still made the wrong move. Toronto's even worse.
Yeah, they're behind. No,
they're behind us. Yeah, they're behind us in the
no,
standings.
Are they?
I checked this morning just to make sure.
Yeah,
I
they
wasn't
are. They have
BSing.
19 versus our 26. The only team behind them is Miami,
Who's gonna make it to the playoffs? I'm putting my money that Miami makes it to the playoffs.
which is crazy that you think that.
I do, because I think even if they win every game, they'll have 30 more points and they'll be at 38. maybe
I
it's not
think
possible.
you're like underestimating how hard it's going to be for them to all gel that instantly under a new coach.
Did you just see Arsenal beat the Osiris 5-0? We got mini Arsenal over there in Miami, bro.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
So if we look at so when these games are going to be played out, we play Atlas 7 p.m. at Citi Field this Sunday. Hyped for a game back at home.
we there.
And then a Wednesday game, bro. These Wednesday games are fine. These Wednesday games at Red Bull Arena are the worst.
They are the worst.
I hate it, bro. Why do I need to go all the way to New Jersey to watch these damn games on a Wednesday?
That stadium's gonna be dead.
It's-
We'll probably be there still because we're suckers.
We're
but-
definitely gonna be there. We're suckers as hell, but I hate it. And I feel like every time I go to Red Bull Arena, it rains.
That's
And then
true.
Jersey's the worst with rain, bro. Like every street gets flooded in like 2 seconds. Like, why do you guys not have a proper sewer system out there?
building a little Noah's Ark every time you go over there.
It's freaking awful, bro. But I'm excited for Leagues Cup. You know the interesting thing about Leagues Cup as well?
What?
The winner of Leagues Cup gets $2 million. Which is not chump change.
That is not chump
Open
change.
Cup winner, 300,000. MLS Cup winner, 300,000. Granted, for MLS Cup is a little different. That each tier, each thing you make money. So, like, let's say you got past the conference finals, you make 150,000. So it accumulates.
Gotcha.
But this is not chump change for MLS.
That's true.
The only thing I will say is I hear it's kind of chump change for MLS, Liga MX, because there are in other ones that even if you're in the group stage, you make like 3 million.
Oh wow.
So it might not be as much of an incentive for the Mexican teams, but for the American teams, it's important, and the Canadian team, the one Canadian team. But yeah, so this is not chump change. This is quality and. What?
There's more than one Canadian team.
Oh, Montreal too. I always think of Toronto. Damn, 3. All right, it makes more sense. I'm like, why are we playing games in Canada? There's one team, bro. But yeah, it's not chump change. I guess my question to you is, do you think teams are going to take this serious?
I think so. I mean, they took the entire month off. They didn't take it off for any other, the World Cup games or the CONCACAF Cup games or whatever other cups that we've had. The US Cup games, they don't take off. I think it is going to be taken very serious. And I think everyone knows that this has more of an international audience.
Yeah.
Which I think is really important. And so, like, you want more eyes. The biggest, like, gap that we have is somehow we don't have more Hispanics who love soccer watching soccer.
In the US.
In the US. If you got your favorite team playing against a MLS team, maybe that changes that, like, opinion, right? It's always like MLS isn't good enough. MLS is not, like, top tier quality content.
Yeah.
But if every Liga MX team gets kicked out, it's hard to still argue that. You know what I mean?
And what I love is we know when we play Atlas, there's Atlas fans at these games. Now, these matchups happen ever so often. Now, they're seeing NYCFC players. Wow, this kid's good. Like, I want to see this kid more often. You know what I mean? This has an appeal to when all these fans come out to Yankee Stadium or Citi Field and they see they see a kid that they actually like from New York play. Then it's incentive to start watching New York play. So maybe this can have like an actual impact on growing the fan base, which would be cool.
That would be cool. And we need it because we need more podcast listeners.
That won't help me. What else?
No, there was something else I want to say. Well, where you go? You go first.
No, the one thing that also excites me is now all these people who are watching Messi Friday, he debuts in this League Cup. Like, that's cruel, man. Like, that's crazy. Now I think you're going to have a lot of eyeballs to see his first game.
Yes.
And now
I'm going to be watching it.
Yeah, everybody's going to be watching it. But what I'm excited about is not just in the US people are going to be watching it. Yeah. Now it's international. Now you see some graphics come up about Leagues Cup. You're like, what the hell's Leagues Cup? Then you're doing some Googling and then you're like, oh, maybe this could be cool. You know what I mean? Now it's going to really start growing, which I'm just excited about.
Me too. So what are your expectations then for NYCFC in this cup? My thing is we at least
we should have done
the group stage.
No, you know what we should have done though? We should have done brackets, by the way. Everybody's doing their cool brackets and we should have done it. I got a little lazy though.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Like NCAA brackets? Like, it just feels like too much work, bro. I mean, I could just easily put NYCFC as the winner, but
well, what I want to do is a bracket after the group stage is done. Because here we're guessing group stage winners too, which I think is a little nonsense.
That's true. I agree.
So we'll do it again next week. I think that'll be cool.
I'm down. Let's do it next week.
But I at least looked at NYCFC situation. So NYCFC, if you could like zoom in a little bit more, I'm sorry if you can't.
I can't.
But we play, like I said, Atlas in Toronto. And then if we win, we play the winner of that group at the E4. And E4 is the Red Bulls, the Revs, and some other Mexican team that's not doing well.
Yes.
And so my thing is, I think we should at least get out of the group stage and we should at least win in that first.
That would be fun, though. I like that. I like us winning and then going on to play either. I mean, actually, I kind of want to see us just keep playing Mexican teams. You know what I mean? Because I like seeing like international, like something different. Like you can always see NYCFC play the Red. I mean, it'll be cool to see NYCFC play the Red Bulls, keep the rivalry going, more games.
Yeah.
The Revs, I don't really care for. I mean, we play them all the time. It's always a good game, but I'd rather see a Mexican team. So if I was gonna choose, if we make it out group stage, let's play the Red Bulls or the Mexican squad.
And you know what I want to do too? If we make it a little further, then we play the Pumas. And I would love to see us play the Pumas again. That
was that rain out game. That was when NYCFC like got infamous for the night owl game.
Yes, yes. And I guess what I'm saying too is I think that if we can get far in this Leagues Cup, maybe that is the equivalent of what happened last year of Atlas, right? We won that game against Atlas, and it was playoffs right after that. But I don't think we lost the game until we lost it to Philly in the playoffs. Yeah. I'm hoping that Leagues Cup has that same type of momentum for us. I know everyone's looking for the Goody moment. I'm saying let's look for the Atlas moment. And the great thing is we're playing Atlas. So maybe this is the turnaround for us. This is what I'm hoping for. Let's win it all. We got a striker now. I think we can get deep. And I will be extremely disappointed if we don't get out the group stage. I think that is a complete fail by Cushion if we don't make out the group stage.
I think if we don't get out the group stage, this is like detrimental to the security of his job. Like it's going to be huge. Actually, let me not say that, because if we make the playoffs in the MLS, I think, and we like, let's say, win a couple games in the playoffs, I don't think he's going anywhere.
I have not verified this, but I truly believe that CFG cares more about us winning the Leagues Cup than MLS Cup. It just has more eyes. It just has more international eyes. I think if I was an organization as CFG, I would care more about the Leagues Cup.
I don't think so.
I don't know if you know this. The top 3 in the Leagues Cup make it to CONCACAF.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's huge.
That is huge, actually. I mean, we'll see. I just want to make sure like they are actually, like, if we go in and we start seeing everybody who's not a starter on the lineup, it's going to be disappointing. You know what I mean? And that's what happened when we played Atlas for that Campeones Cup.
Yeah,
like it was all backups, and I was a little disappointed in the beginning. I mean, then we dominated. Then I was like, all right, it's fine, we won. But to see the backups, you're like, wait, I thought this mattered. You know what I mean? Like to win a trophy is important anytime. So why not win a trophy? Like that's important.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And it's fun. Like when we were there when they celebrated, like you could tell how excited everybody was in the locker room after. They were drinking, having a good time. Like these cups mean something to the players, I think. Like anytime you could win some silverware, it's important.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, no, agreed. I think it's important to the players. I think it's important to us. I think we need to start seeing winning from this team. And I think this is the best place to do that. And because there's no MLS games, I think there's no excuse to not be starting starters. Like this is just as important as the playoffs. Exactly.
That I can agree with, because I get it. Campeones Cup, you were still in the midst of your season, right? Exactly. So you don't want to tire out your players, but there's no excuse. Like literally you have a month off, get the boys going, let them run, let them win some games. Get the confidence up. I think that's it.
Wait, you know what? Something I wanted to touch on. Oh, we don't have betting with bros because they don't have odds for this game.
They should have odds. That's a big mess up on them. Yeah, somebody's got DraftKings should pick this up. Somebody should pick this up.
I want to bet on this, but something I want to
bet on Messi game. Scoring. That would be so fun. But it's probably minus money and ridiculously expensive for no reason.
Something I wanted to talk about that I want to shout out to, after the Philadelphia game, I was furious. I really was like, I can't believe this team. I was at my low. And I don't typically join the Twitter space that happens afterwards, that 5 Borough Footy joins. But I was like, you know what? I'm ready to hear the Cushion venting, right? Because I kind of assume that's what it was, especially because, I used to be hosted by Coach Joe and Smokestacks. I know there was like their anti-Cushing vibe there, but the town hall, I felt like a little bit of a town hall, was like so organized, man, and it was so good, and everyone had like a different opinion, and they were allowed to share that opinion without like talking over each other. And I just thought it was a really cool environment. I should have joined earlier, did not, and just appreciate it. So I think if you guys need some post-game stuff, especially for away games, I think that's typically for away games. I recommend it. And I actually heard that for the pregame on the Leagues Cup, they have Ceviche on, which is one of our favorites.
Dope.
So go check it out.
Go
man. I
check
think it's
them
gonna
out.
be fire.
That's gonna be fun. All good times.
That's it. That's
Good
times.
shows. Let's go USA, 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 USA. Peace.
Peace.